My name is Zach Griffith. I am obsessed with hunting big game on their turf and their terms. When I need motivation to push myself, there's certain guys that I feel raise the bar. You're about to meet each of them. These are my hit list.
Look, if you had...
One of my favorite things about the hit list is I'm reaching out to guys that a lot of you may or may not have heard of. There's a lot of guys like me that are a lot of talk and very little walk. But guys like Bryce Deforest don't really care about getting any attention. They hunt for the love, and they love to hunt. I've actually been in contact with Bryce since about 2003 or 4. I used to be really big on the hunting forums, and that's the first time I saw some of his carnage. Bryce is just one of those guys who gets it done again and again and again. He's a lot like me. He's nuts about mule deer, elk, antelope, you name it. He takes any tag he can get, and he always connects. From Idaho to New Mexico, the guy's been there and done it all. One of the cool things about Bryce is I've never actually met him in person. I've always felt like he was a close buddy because we've been connected through social media. I'm sure you guys understand the feeling that not physically meeting doesn't mean you're not friends with somebody, but it is kind of cool to finally connect. He has a ton of big animals that I've always wanted to see. Let's go check out the pad.
Did you capture it? Just let it slip. Yo.
Snowing in Boise. What's up, man?
How you doing?
How you doing?
Good to meet you.
No
finally.
Rocky. It's just me.
bummer.
She's sick, so
That's
beautiful house, dude.
Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, I just use this little handy cam thing, and it's got a good mic on it, so
Right
it's a
on.
pleasure to
Awesome.
finally meet you in person,
Yeah,
man.
for sure.
I first started watching him on Randy Newberg's show
Yeah.
and on Monster Muleys.
Yep.
I remember. What was your name on Monster Muleys?
Idaho Bugler.
Yeah, Idaho Bugler. So yeah, you guys are always smiling and killing tons of stuff, and I can't wait to see your antelope because you killed some slammers down in New Mexico.
Yeah, you know it's cool. I made a wall that's pretty cool.
Cool.
You'll like it.
So he had a trophy room that was kind of in shambles last week.
It was a pile of horns that I stuck out to the side, and then finally when my dad, I started deciding, hey, let's get us up in the air, and so he came over and we got her done. It was pretty sweet.
You got some ink?
Yeah,
Mine?
I got it up over there.
Oh, big one. Just said, cool. No, I like that stuff, man. Like, I'm surprised. I didn't know that. I didn't know
Yeah.
you did. No,
Oh yeah.
not at
yeah,
all.
so-
Well, let's go check it out and
Yeah, for sure.
wander around.
For sure. The little girl just went into the bathroom. She's not feeling good.
What's up, man?
Hey.
Well, you're a mini me. You look just like your dad, Zach.
Yeah.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
It's a pleasure, man.
This is my dad, Butch.
How you doing? You mind being on camera?
No, don't mind at
It
all.
doesn't look like much, but it's a pretty cool little video camera. It gets good footage.
Cool.
So
Glad to meet you.
thank you.
Gonna watch this little man. The pathway in is pretty nasty. These guys
Okay.
get after it. This is Zeus. Zeus.
Yeah, good name for Zeus. Holy cow! Bird dog or just?
He's a bird dog. He's gonna be all my hunting dog. Everything.
He's a monster.
Hey, Kobe, come grab him, would you please?
Jeez.
Yeah.
Come on, dude.
Oh, I guess you're coming, huh?
Told you, dude.
What does he weigh? 120?
100 pounds.
Jeez, he's a tank.
Oh,
He's got like seal fat on him. He's just thick.
he's a fatty man.
Yes.
So how's the ride up, man?
Not bad, dude. No, I just called some buddies and I just passed time, listen to podcasts and stuff. Nice man cave. This is legit, dude.
I got all kinds of.
Whoa!
Yeah, I got her up, man.
This is why he's on the show.
I pulled out some of my horns that are all just.
Oh my gosh. I am so pumped, man. So here's the deal. This is your tour and you have so much crap. Like, take us around, do it however you want to do it. I mean, Sean Morgan said, this is what we're doing. I just followed him around. Like, just let us see your stuff. I mean, this is so badass, dude. Nice. That's sick too.
Yeah, I got it for my boy. So
Good for you.
I work out at the gym at my work.
It's hard to get it all like a functional gym in your own house, but this is, dude, you can do a lot right here.
Yeah, and my wife took my weights just because when the weights for when they got her for her car, right?
Oh, yeah. Weigh it down.
Yeah.
Super snowy.
Anyways, here's my stuff, dude.
Oh my gosh, dude.
I kind of don't have everything up yet, but this
Dude.
is my first book bull with my bow.
Super wide.
Super wide.
Oh, he's so symmetrical.
You can see he's like really light
Yeah, willowy.
Yeah, he's just not was anything, like even his cage's not developed. I shot him on August 31st.
Oh, cool. Was he rutting?
No, not at all. He was full velvet the day before too.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, and then it kind of.
Idaho bull?
Yeah.
Damn,
Kinda
dude.
snuck in on him. He this is the first issue of he was in the first issue of
Eastman's.
Bow Hunting.
I remember that.
Yeah, very
That's back
first
when
issue.
Cam was the editor, right?
Yep, yeah.
Old school. Look
Yeah,
at you,
well.
dude. You look. Your son is your clone, bro.
He was.
He looks so much like you.
Yeah, he's hunting like crazy too, man. He's pretty stoked. He's got like the number 50 antelope in the state of Idaho.
Bo?
No, rifle.
There's not a lot of big antelope in Idaho.
No. That's
I never
right
think
there.
of it.
This guy right here.
Okay, slow down before we go to the goats. Talk about this monstrosity.
This is my bull from. It would be not last year's bull from Wyoming, but the year before that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, another Idaho bull with my bow. Yeah.
So
turned out
370, 360?
365, yeah.
Look at that big. Oh my goodness, he's cool. Dude, he's got the reddest horns.
Yeah.
I hope this comes through on the video, guys. It's blood. They're like almost maroon colored. Look at
Yeah.
those fronts, dude.
Yeah, his fronts are awesome. My Wyoming bull is wider, and the back end is a little better, but the front's not even close to as good as this guy's.
So is this your best bull?
It is.
Yeah, he's badass.
Yeah, my best bull.
He's got a look to him too, man. He's
Yeah,
epic.
He did a good job, you know. I don't mount a lot of stuff, as you can see. I just Euro.
He just stack everything.
I just Euro. all
He's
my
killed
stuff just
so
because
much
it takes.
stuff.
But yeah, I haven't got everything done. I plan on putting my plaques up over here.
You wrestled, obviously, right?
No, that's my wife, man. She's a
Oh,
little badass.
what are those? Track?
All track.
Oh, I thought it was. Dude, I'm gonna get my ass kicked. The
this is my
wrestlers,
singlet.
yeah, the wrestlers gonna murder me. I saw those. I thought that's what they were. I thought they were singlets.
No, that's my wife's.
That's cool.
She was a stud, man.
Look at those Forrest Gump shoes.
Nationals, yeah.
You're so old, man. Look at those shoes.
Yeah. Hey, man, we're way old.
No,
Yeah.
Bryce, you don't look 43, man. I was phased when you said that.
Almost 43 in June.
Almost 43. So look at all your goats.
Yeah, those are
Oh
my
my
goats.
gosh.
Yeah, you know, you
Guys,
try to
there's-
cram so much stuff into a little area, so we just kind of.
That's your New Mexico, but
It was.
the one you shot with your bow.
Sure, yeah.
That's a great YouTube video, guys. It's on Randy Newberg's channel. It is a super cool video. Spot and stock. Doesn't he like out in the flats? Don't you just belly crawl at him?
I had a little Be the Decoy hat on.
Yeah.
Snuck out.
You guys were like laughing the whole video, like, what the hell are
We
these
couldn't believe
things?
how good it was working.
Yeah.
We were just like, what? Dude, this
They're
is
pretty
awesome.
cool, man.
Yeah, it was cool.
Big heavy suckers.
Yeah, this is my Boone and Crockett bucket got in Wyoming.
Oh, I remember in the snow.
Yep.
With your
that's
dad.
it. Yep.
That was a good.
No,
Those
I wasn't with my dad on that one. But
same
he was
area
in another
though.
one. No, completely different area.
That's back when you could get tags in Wyoming every year.
yeah.
Remember, I used to go too. I wasn't killing bucks like you, but that's when I would copy it. Like, dude, he's going every year. That's how we started hunting there.
Oh, for sure. Well, yeah. That's the way you
Look
start
at the
shooting
hook
stuff.
on that sucker. Oh wow,
Yeah, he
it
was
comes right
awesome.
together. Ivories for days. So is
Yeah,
he
that was
16?
He's 15 and a half. Yeah.
Jeez, just mass though.
Mass all the way.
That's Wyoming for you, man.
Yeah.
That is a gnarly.
It's so hard because you have to go through so many bucks.
Hundreds.
To find a good one. Yeah.
Especially looking at him from the front, you'd be like, you know, what
It
is he,
took me a long time,
75?
you know, there was 3 bucks that almost looked identical to him, and when I went after him, I was going to choose any of the 3, and then I could tell he had a little bit better hooks, so that's when I was like, I'm going to take that one.
So what's your scoring strategy for antelope? I mean, what do you look for first?
Mass number 1 for sure.
Even in New Mexico and stuff? Because
Mass is hard in New Mexico.
They're so
late,
long,
right?
yeah.
So long. So, you know, even though I am a score guy, I really, if it looks pretty or gnarly, I shoot it. Like, it was funny, me and my buddy Oscar were out on this one, and
that is sick.
There were so many high 70 bucks we were passing up. And he
You
had
just
shot
wanted
a
the
gnarly
freak.
one too that looked like a U
Yeah.
ram, right? And he's like, dude, you need to shoot that one. I was like, yeah, I got a plenty of high 70 bucks. I'm gonna shoot that one.
did you see Jason Carter? He's like, well, I needed a stag, so what the hell? It's like a 250.
I know.
It's like, I needed a stag. I'm like, I guess you need a freak buck too, you know?
Yeah.
Everyone needs a freak.
Oh yeah, exactly. No, I love it. I think he's cool.
Dude, is this always this organized?
It is not. This is brand new, dude. You knew that. It was
Oh, yeah,
all
duh.
my
You
stuff
just
was
said that. I was
All
gonna
in
s-
that corner stacked up.
I'm gonna come
But
back.
I am disorganized with like my gear.
Are you?
Yeah.
Legit.
But like, you know, it's funny, like if I go, I'm on the go all the time. I shouldn't say I plan way ahead, but when I go, it's like, okay, I gotta get my archery camo, take that box, take that boots.
It makes it easy, dude. That's so smart. I love it. Great system.
It is nice. And then if I know it's gonna rain that week, grab my rain gear
Yeah.
and go.
So that makes perfect sense. What kind of camo do you run?
A little bit of everything, man.
Just mix it up.
Sitka, Core 4, just whatever.
Nice.
I try everything just to see what I like, and
They're good now. There's a lot of good options. There really are.
for sure.
Is that a Coos deer?
Not that one. That one is though.
That's a Coos. Ooh, that's a cool little stickers on it.
Yeah, that's my one and only Coos. I drew it 2 years ago.
Arizona?
Arizona, yep, on the border.
Stud little buck.
It was
Look at
awesome.
that cool. Look at that G2 back there.
Yeah.
Did they score that as a 2?
No, I think that's just a cheater. I think that's the
Just because of the
two,
blood supply?
Yeah. Just the
Look at
way
all
around
these.
that. But this is a Sitka blacktail. Kind of.
Oh, yeah, he's got red horns.
When I did the wall, I was just like to put one of everything I'm kind of shot, you know.
That is a stud.
Kaibab buck, yeah.
Oh, cool. How many points did you burn on that?
That was 100 max. I think I drew that 3 years ago. And it was you know,
Tough hunt.
You know what? It shouldn't have been. The snow was muddy. It snowed up high about a foot off the top, and it came down in the bottoms. But I mean, I don't know how many deer we fished through. You know, I was kind of hunting outside of that. There's a big outfitter. I can't remember his name, but we were hunting insane canyons. And this one guy, he was on the forum. His name was Chef. He was out there, and they had all filled their tags, and they're like, I think we're looking for a big buck. And I had gone out and I'd shot him it might have been the second to last day or the last day. And he came back to camp. He goes, dude, that's the one they were looking for. I was like, oh, really? I said,
You're like,
"I'm
it's-
bummed, man. The G2s are way
Yeah, he's like, I got way bigger deer in my garage. Give me
Oh,
a
I
break.
wish. But the G2s on that killed that buck, man. He was a 200 buck.
Easily, yeah.
He has
Super
11
heavy.
13-inch G2s. Killed me. He was.
You'll see my Utah buck this year at the expo. It looks a lot like this. I mean, it's got just a
Really?
big old front end, and the
Yeah.
back's only 15, 16.
Yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, New Mexico Oryx.
Yeah, legit free range. White Sands or?
Fun one, yeah.
Yeah, you drew did you have to wait for the buzzer to go off kind of thing? Like,
Oh yeah, it was awesome. Me and my buddy Oscar were just freaking out about everybody. They had high racks. You know, like, what the heck? And we were so worried. Like,
you're
we're
newbies.
behind, we're
You don't know the
behind.
rules.
Oh,
Yeah, there's a
Oh,
game
yeah.
out there.
So when they went off, man, it was like Indy 500 flying down the road. And we're like, dude, let's just take it easy.
Yeah,
Like,
let's wait.
Let's let the dust settle, right?
Yeah.
And then right off the bat, we start going down, and people are just 5 trucks parked on the side of the road.
No.
That seems way too easy.
You wait your whole
Oh,
life
yeah.
for it.
So we actually, was funny, I hunted it with my bow for the first
Hell
day.
yeah.
Because it's only 2 days,
Yeah,
right?
quick.
And so I hunted with my bow, and my buddy was awesome. Like, he kind of was like, yeah, you know, I'm not worried about not shooting one. You know, I don't think, the only thing he was worried about was, we were all worried about is they could say, oh, it's done.
Close it.
Yeah, close it that day.
You're screwed.
So yeah, so we were kind of stressed about that, but I told him, I said, listen, I'm gonna try that first day. And you know, it's the bummer thing about it is about middle afternoon, I stalked one and I shot him. I hit him with my bow.
A bull?
A bull, yeah, a good bull, like a 34. I think this one's 36.
Yeah, that's legit.
But I hit him, but dude, like perfect. Like I thought perfect. You know, it was like 4 or 5 inches behind the shoulder. And but you know, I looked at the anatomy before I went and stuff. But they say how
Africa's
they just because the
way
lion's
different.
grabbing the necks and stuff, it's all different. So the spine's way low and the vitals are way shifted forward. So I didn't get him that good, but my buddy jumped him and shot him.
Oh, cool.
With a rifle.
So you got that bull.
So, well, that was what we had no idea. We were trying to call, you know, like in Idaho, the rule is the last one that shoots him gets him. My buddy's like, dude, I don't care, man. It's awesome. But yeah, we did get that bull. Sorry, I didn't get him. So we took it. He's like, dude,
At least you didn't lose him. You know,
Correct.
that's
We
the
did not lose
worst.
him, yeah. So he tagged it. He was awesome, and he was like, it's not worth it because I don't want to go like, well, I stuck it. He shot it. Well, he was supposed to tag it, and we were trying to get on the horn with those guys. But so he said, anyways, short. He tagged, and he said, yeah, I shot it essentially, you know. So
Yeah.
it was awesome. And then the next day, I brought out the rifle. So
That's a special tag. I mean,
it's awesome.
I'd love to get one with my bow, but I don't think I'd risk it, you
You
know.
can, dude. I really do. I first stocked boom right on him.
Just was he bedded or?
No, he was bedded when we first stocked him. There was 3 bulls in the herd, and I got right in on him at 40 yards, and he got up. 2 of them got up and started feeding away, and this one kind of just kitty cornered around. And when I shot, like I said, I thought I smoked him.
Because you hit dead center. You held wrong.
I mean, I might have been a little left, but it was really windy too.
Yeah, out there makes
I mean,
sense.
It still was. I thought a good shot.
Is there a big antelope around there?
You know, I didn't even see an antelope. It was so crazy, dude. It's
pretty
awesome
dry.
about it. It's like you're in country that looks like antelope, and then pretty soon you'll just be driving down the road and you have an oryx running along.
Yeah.
Whoa,
New Mexico,
crazy.
New Mexico has so many cool critters like audads and ibex and oryx. They're free range, over the counter in some of the areas. It's definitely a place to research.
For sure.
How did you get? What was your deal with New Mexico? Because I know you. Is it Randy? Is that kind of your connection?
No, not really.
No.
I did all my research and all my.
You've been playing the point game, just doing it the
sure.
old school way.
New Mexico, though, you know, it's just luck of the draw.
Yeah, no points,
So I just
prepay.
started throwing in my name on everything I could, and drew this after the second time. Actually, my buddy Oscar, he's the lucky one, man. Every time I put in with him, we draw good.
That's the guy. That's the guy to hang out with.
No. You know, I know a lot of people from the forums, and just, you know, they're cool. They'll help me, and I'll help them.
So you guys probably don't know this, but so he's 43 almost.
Almost 43. Yeah.
I met him on Monster Muleys, which 10 years ago, that was the Facebook, the Instagram.
Yeah,
there was
sure.
forums. So it's the same kind of stuff. You post your pictures, but it was these threads and everyone had a screen name. And so I think the forums kind of paved the way to Instagram and social media. So it's funny because I never knew his name. He was just Idaho Bugler forever. My name was Addict, but yeah, it was fun. It's fun like tracking you down later because I didn't know your name until I saw the videos of you, you know.
Yeah.
So you got a whitetail.
Got a whitetail. I got a couple smaller ones up there. This one, Montana.
Oh, cool.
My whitetails in Montana.
Yeah, they all have that cape. I've recognized that. I've seen a bunch.
Yeah.
That's got some
willowy horns.
white horns on your
Yeah.
moose.
The cool story with that one, dude. It was funny. I saw this buck on a lady's property, and I went to talk to her, and she was totally pissed and like, "What are you even coming to talk to me about hunting my deer?" And, oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to ruffle feathers and anything. So I bailed, and we hunted different areas, and she was probably, I don't know, 1,000 yards from public, right? So we were just cruising down the road, and I looked over, and we saw a bunch of does out of her property, and there was nothing, wide open. I was like, oh, let's go take a look, you know? So we parked the truck, started walking down through the gullies and stuff, and he jumped out. He had jumped out, and this was the next day, but he had gone off the property. I totally wanted to go, hey, this is what happened.
Here's your buck. You want to see him up close? You want any last words?
Yeah. So it was cool. That was fun. I mean, Montana's pretty fun. I haven't tried to draw for a while.
It's confusing,
It
man.
just got overpriced for me, man. When you're shooting a $600 deer, you know, it's like,
Yeah. You're talking to someone that's put in high dollar in Wyoming.
Yeah.
I paid $600 for a lot of antelope.
oh no, Wyoming's a little different than Montana deer. So to me,
Yeah, sure.
I've drawn my one Wyoming tag too. So
Very cool. Where's your moose from?
Idaho.
Oh, that's
I
got
shot him with a
white
pistol.
horns. No way.
Yeah, I shot him with a pistol like August 31st too. 44. I was 13 or 14 years old. And it was funny. I had my bow, and my dad kind of said, you know, hey, let's go, just look the unit over. We'd never been in the unit for that time of year for the moose, and
Sure.
somebody was packing out a moose, and they go, man, you should have saw the one that just walked by after I shot this one, and they shot a really little one. We're like, sweet. So we went up there, and it was in the marsh. My dad is like, well, you're not going to go in there with your bow because you're not going to get stomped. Right?
Yeah,
I was
yeah.
13. I had no idea. I had to get close because my bow was 40 pounds, you know. So anyways, he said, I got my 44 on my hip if you want to shoot him. You know, at what, 13?
What a
kid's
rush,
gonna be
dude.
like,
Yeah, a Mac,
no,
straight up
not
revolver.
Yeah, 44 Mac, man. Yeah. So I laid
awesome.
down, and he was like 80 yards out there and just shot. My dad's like, keep shooting until he drops. And I put 5 right behind the
What an
shoulder.
experience.
It was cool.
That's
and then he
sick.
dumps right into the marsh, man. I was like, oh. So
That's a stud, too. He's super heavy. Like,
yeah, he was awesome.
really
He was cool. Back then,
symmetrical.
you know, I would have shot whatever. But,
yeah.
but now I'm bummed, right? I want to shoot one of my bows so bad, but once in a lifetime.
Yeah, well, at least you can say you got one, but yeah, I hear you. There's always that regret.
For sure.
That's a tank. Big old
Yeah, that was-
3.
Yeah, big old.
That's a
3x4.
big ass
Old
3x4.
buck, dude. He had an old gnarly face. This is old. I mean, this is probably 20 years old, the mount, but he didn't do it justice on the neck and the face.
You know what's sad?
But
It's
old,
tough, yeah. Especially a rutting deer. You just can't capture that swollen neck.
Yeah, that, you know, I mean, that deer right there showed me how smart these animals get. It was crazy. He was in a wide open, and I walked right past the deer. I was in a draw, looked back, and there was somebody had hung a pop bottle, like a Mountain Dew plastic bottle in the buckbrush. And I looked back, and I'm like, what the heck? Why is it there? And I glanced like this, and I saw him laying down, flat, wide open. The only thing I saw was his white forehead. He was laying down out of the brush with his head down, looking up at me.
I bet his horns were exposed.
Oh yeah, everything.
Yeah, but your eyes didn't adjust.
No, it was crazy. So I just
I've heard stories
"That is
like
a buck." So I shot him right between the horns. Shot him right between the horns. He was looking at me, and he got up and ran up the canyon, and I put another bullet in him and stopped him. But I was super young, right out of high school, you know, with my tennis shoes.
Yeah, not prepared.
Oh yeah.
That's how it goes down, though.
And then yeah, not boning out nothing, just dragging him uphill, dragging him up and down the
Dude,
other side.
deboning animals is like a new thing.
is, yeah.
Because I drug deer till I was 16 or 17. Big deer, you know, mature deer. It's
Oh, yeah.
a nightmare.
Let's tie a rope, or let's tie a
There was no
stick between the
Havalons.
horns.
Yeah, just drag them, take turns,
Yeah,
pass
yeah.
out.
Oh, for sure.
God,
Half
dude.
of my deer did that, but not anymore.
There's another stud. So how come they made this wall? Is it just special bucks for you?
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
you got,
this is
I
my-
mean, dude, he's got 1,000 up here that are
yeah,
giants.
This is my best archery buck. This
Oh,
is what
okay.
you saw
Yeah.
in the snow. Shot
Late
him last
tag.
Day. Yeah.
175, 180?
He grossed 175, yeah, and he netted like 170, 160. So
Cool character, dark bases.
Yeah, man.
That's a bomber, dude.
Yeah, I was stoked.
I love the photo. Oh, the photo's sick. This guy takes some badass pictures. I'll overlay all of these. I'm gonna have to send them to me.
It's super lucky, man. I just throw up the camera and start taking
Yeah, but-
hundreds of pictures, and then I'll get one. I'll get one or two I like.
Have you noticed how I focused on that with a lot of guys? Like, what's the
yeah.
secret? Because nothing makes me sadder than we see these guys. They'll kill this giant buck and they get flustered and they just take a quick picture. But you guys, like, that's half the trophy
Yeah, for sure.
to have them, and you'll
Well, I've
see
got
with
a
Bryce's
couple-
pictures.
I've got a couple. My Colorado bull was at 12,000 feet, and he had died in the middle of willows. And dude, the worst pictures. I couldn't do anything.
Couldn't move him.
I couldn't move.
You
I was
can't
by
move
myself.
elk, dude.
I was by myself, and
They-
I was 3 miles in, and the willows. I couldn't even get a tripod in the willows. I'm looking through the willows, and I'm trying to get the head around. I couldn't do nothing.
What a
And
shame.
My field pictures were terrible. So I have my best field pictures. Really, is I cut his head off and have him in camp.
Yeah.
And it shows him because the other side, the horns were all
In the mud,
nasty.
buried.
It was a bummer, but I mean, you're right. Field photos are huge. I mean, that's what you look back on now. So.
So you got some bears.
A few bears. Yeah, I got a couple more. I gotta finish up.
What's this?
That's my son's first kill. It's a jackrabbit.
Oh, no way.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, look at how small it is to my hand.
Yeah, it was funny. He was like 7 years old.
That is
22.
super awesome.
So I kept it and I gave it to him for his birthday because he always like, Dad, look at all your
Euro mounted a bunny.
Euros." So I Euroed it, and I go, you gotta be super careful when you open that up. He opened it up. He's like, what is it? I said, dude, that's your rabbit. I'm like, no way.
They're so small.
And I actually got a turkey. His first turkey I was gonna do, but you know, just for him it was awesome, right?
Yeah.
He was super cool. He was super stoked.
God,
So,
you
but
have
now he can hunt. So it's
so
awesome.
many big deer, dude. I mean, they're all just
Yeah.
that is a moose up there.
That's my this year buck, man.
Oh, that's right. Oh yeah, that is a cool
Get a
buck.
gnarly old head.
He's got the same eye guard as this one, like little split.
Same units.
These stupid cameras just do not do these deer justice. Look how black that horn is.
Yeah, burn, man.
Oh, he's eating dark timber burn.
Yeah. That was the first year burn. He was right in the burn. Another last day buck.
Ooh, there's some main beams on that sucker.
Oregon deer.
Okay. It's got a cool meltdown on the.
Dude, that's spoons on the other side.
No way.
Yeah, they're like spoons.
Like just completely
you wouldn't
liquid.
believe the story on that deer, dude. It was so cool. So I had lost him. He was in the sage, and I glassed him up, and I hadn't seen anything. I'd hunted for 3 days and saw 6 deer and 2 bucks, a 2 point in him. And So when I'd seen him feeding, so I looped around to try to get above him, I lost him. And so anyways, I went down and I thought I could see the bottom of the canyon, and you got to think it's just all sagebrush and you think you can see everything. So I looped back all the way around and I'm glassing the whole face. I'm like, did I lose him? Looked all the way back around. I started coming down and I got on this little bluff, like a little rocky bluff, a few sagebrush. I could see everything. So I'm like, oh, I'm close enough, you know, if anything jumps up, I can take him. So I grabbed a big old rock and threw it down the mountain, you know, got ready, and the deer jumped up right at my feet at 3 yards.
No way.
You
could have stabbed him.
Yeah, he jumped up and he looked at the rock. And I was like this. Like,
Didn't know you were there?
Had no idea. Had no idea. So
That's
I was
right.
like, I turned slowly and shot him. Of course, I had my scope cranked up.
Oh, yeah.
I look and all I see is hair, so I had to go above his head.
Yeah.
And I dropped it back down and I shot him right there. And he dumped, boom, right there at 3 yards. And you can see when he hit, he cracked his skull.
That is
see the
so
little crack.
Oh yeah, right, yeah.
So it hit so hard, it just dumped it, boom. So
That's
that was awesome.
Big old head on him.
Yeah.
That's a mature, for sure, buck.
Yeah.
This is just another Idaho buck right here.
Which one?
It's
This one here?
non-typical.
Yep.
With the extras.
Yep. Just an Idaho buck.
That's a great deer too.
It's an Idaho buck, yeah. These ones are, before I had them in little felt things.
Oh,
before
yeah.
I decided what I was gonna do, so I was like, I'm gonna make a little thing and just paint it up. But
God,
But see, it's funny, I'm going to do this, that's that mountain Mike stuff, because my 30-inch buck, that's the only 30-inch buck I shot, and he was in Muley Crazy.
Oh yeah. Holy
But,
crap.
So anyways, I put it on mountain Mike, because I was going to mount him, but then after I decided to do this stuff,
That's
like, he's good enough.
Yeah, I remember that picture. Yeah, that's a
Goofy
stud.
look. That was super late in the day and night, man. That was when you were saying, "Oh, take a bunch of pictures." I took like seriously 2 pictures. Like,
Let's get
this
out
is
of
good
here.
enough. I am way the hell in here. I got to bail out. So it's funny. So, anyways, I got him up, quartered him out, hung him in a tree, came back the next day, and that's when my buddy he shot a buck when he was coming to help me pack that one. So we had 2 bucks. That's where that story came from.
Same burn?
Yeah. Same exact burn.
You've hunted that a lot.
Yeah. Well, actually.
Different burn than this one?
Whole area, same units. But I move so much on that unit, man. I mean, you gotta move. The deer migrate so much. You just
Find
you're
where they
seeing
wherever they're
spots,
at, yeah.
Bouncing. This year, man, was crazy. I mean, I really thought I was gonna get that 200-inch buck. I had seen so many bucks. Opening day, I saw 35 bucks, and 20 of them were 4 points. Good bucks. And I was like, oh man, I'm gonna spend.
This is the year.
10 days. Yeah,
This is the year.
10 days throughout the season. Snow hit, went down to 23 bucks in a day. A lot of 4 points, a lot of the same ones, and then they were gone, man. Pushed out. I hunted the same areas for 3 days, trying to get a straggler. I did actually see a double trop time buck, but he was like super young.
Oh, he's a baby.
Oh yeah, baby. He was probably a 3.5-year-old deer, but he's gonna be a stud. At 2 kickers.
Yeah, investments, leave him.
Oh yeah, he's dead though, man. The unit this year just got hammered. The early snow came down. They went and dropped down, and people were just hammering them everywhere. So I was bummed. I mean, I know for a fact because I hunted the late archery at the same unit, and I hardly saw any bucks, man.
Because they got smoked.
Yeah, my buck. This is the one I shot the last day again this year.
Oh, the dark one up there.
And he was one of the better bucks. I saw one buck that was probably one.
This one's pretty cool. It's got a melt.
Yeah, that's
melt
another
down.
late archery buck, same area. Yeah, gnarly.
A lot of character.
Yeah.
Cool hook on him. Super
Yeah.
webbed. Look at the eye guards on that sucker.
Yeah.
Just a big, mean, meaty buck.
Yeah, this was a stud. That was my first buck, man. Like,
Way up
not
there.
first buck, like first big buck, I should say. I mean, I shot plenty at 2 points, but
Yeah.
first big buck. But his back end must have got hooked or something when he was
In velvet.
yeah, gnarred back or hooked back. But he was a stud. But I shot that back in the day when, like I said, wearing tennis shoes. My brother shot it. Funny story with that. My dad always laughed. We came in. We used to have horses to pack them out then, but we came back and put it up, hanging on the tree. And we're right. Everybody's, general unit. Everybody's stopping by, talking and stuff. And I was like, man, somebody's gonna rip off your buck. So we chained it to a tree. And it was so funny that just people were like, "What are you chaining it for, man?"
It's special. You don't want to lose
I
it.
could cut the order. It was like, it would have been a lot more work. But
Yeah.
for me, I was like, yeah, old man said to do, let's do it.
This is that G2's that
Yeah.
I was so stoked about.
20 and a half on the left and 19. And
You
just
can't.
under.
The dang video does not do that deer justice. They all have such dark horns, man. That's such a cool. And you got a big ass drop time buck.
Yeah, that was awesome. I'll show you my wife's best buck on that trip. This story on this buck is gnarly. So my wife had shot her big buck, and I had went off by myself. My son was only like 5 years old, so I went back and hunted by myself in a canyon over, and spotted him. And I was like, he's okay, because I couldn't see the stuff. He was in a bunch of brush, and so I was like, I'm gonna get closer. So I started getting closer, and didn't even put the spotter on him. And finally I got closer, but he busted me and took off, and I'm like, oh crap, that's a good buck. But I still didn't see the jump. And
big split
he was just
cheater.
into a bunch of buck brush. Anyways, he drops down 2 canyons over, and he comes out. And I know it's the same buck, it's the same with the same small buck. Glass him up, put the spotter on him. I see the drop, and I'm freaking out.
Have a heart attack.
Crap! I know I'll never see this buck again.
Yeah.
So I don't waste time. I have like 30 minutes to drop 2 canyons over, and I'm just fast as I can, down, up, and I get to the side opposite of him, and I'm frantically looking for him, and I see him, and it's getting, losing light super fast. So I lay my pack down. It's like a 420-yard shot. I touch one off, whack, and try to get up. I can't see. I see deer bouncing around, and that's it. I couldn't see anything after that. I'm like, crap. I'm pretty sure I hit him.
Yeah.
The telltale whack, and so I kind of left the jacket there and went back to camp. Came back the next morning, tried to eye it, and it's hard to say how it is, but the whole 6 or 7 hours, I find a drop of blood. I'm like, okay, I hit him. So I'm looking all over, and I cannot find where he went. So I was like, man, did I hit him bad? So anyways, I took the whole day, next day looking for him, nothing. I leave, and I'm sick to my stomach because I got video of him.
Yeah, you knew how big he was too.
But I got video of him through
like
my
a
spotter back
15
when you used to. I mean, this is a 20-year-old deer, right? But
Oh,
so
yeah.
probably 15 years. It's old. So I'm sitting there trying my best to hold my camera in it, and I don't know, it was like a big old camera, but anyways, I'm like, go back to work and just sick for a week. I'm like, man, I'm going back. I gotta see what happened, right? So me and my buddy, same buddy that we shot bucks on when I was with him, but go back, and we scour everything the same way. I'm on the same ridge, and I'm dropping down through some buckbrush, and I go under the trees, and I come up face to face with him.
Alive?
Alive.
Holy crap!
And he's sitting there looking at me at like 20 yards. I pull up, and dude, I don't know what it is. It was like boom! Like
He shot him from the hip.
Missed. I'm like, crap. So I run down, and he bounces around. And he stops, and he was hurt. And boom.
Got shot or?
No, man, I hit him right below the spine.
Oh, in the no man's land.
Yeah, so it was just, it was starting to gangrene.
Yeah, he's gonna get infected.
So he was gonna die. But
That
dude, how
sucks.
crazy lucky though. I
You
was like,
walked
came back
into
and walked right on the spot. And it was probably.
And there's no
still
blood. They
1,000
don't bleed
yards,
up there. They don't
Probably
bleed up there.
1,000 yards from where he had shot him. But yeah, dude, I was like, it was awesome luck, man. I was just couldn't believe it came back just that one last time. You always hear about it like, oh man, I'll never find that deer, and I'll walk on the way. The earliest buck I've shot.
I honestly, man, that is the most badass buck. I mean, it is so
It
cool.
was so funny. I didn't even ever notice. Even in the video, dude, I didn't even notice the kicker until my one buddy's looking at us like, dude, it's got a kicker. I'm like, no, it
A
doesn't.
split kicker.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, it does? Dude, I was like,
I love when they grow. Yeah, I love when they grow.
Yeah.
That's so cool, man.
Yeah, dude, I'm stoked about
I like this, dude. This is pretty neat. Did you do these all yourself?
I did them all, peeled them all.
Peeled them back?
Yep, put them through. I had my
Great
father-in-law
idea.
did the fix it up when I poked huge holes in it.
In the sheetrock?
Dude, yeah, I had this I envisioned putting all of my deer on this, but people bumping their heads.
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
still not done. I don't know quite everything I'm gonna do, but
So let's, these are some of the nastiest sheds I've ever seen, dude.
yeah, this guy's awesome. So this is the big setup. But yeah, look at that.
Holy crap. Do you have any history with him? Like,
Nope, never. I saw this deer alive one time,
oh
One
my
time.
gosh.
but
Look, it's weird because he's got bases and then his frame's not that
so
big.
here's the biggest set. This is another one off of him. This is the first year I saw him. I found him. I never had seen him between that.
What a goofy buck.
I know, crazy. Super.
I'm not filming your junk, man. I'm filming these bases. That is so cool. Pearled out.
Yeah.
What a troll.
Yeah, that's crazy. And
That's
then,
character right there.
Like 2 years prior, my son was walking out there, and he was super young. Walked up on this, and it's the same buck, man. He's
Saw
just gnarly.
blade.
Yeah, it's just crazy the transformation, dude. But it's still got the same.
Oh, for no doubt, 100%.
Yeah, so it's just crazy how you look at it. I was like, this was probably 3 years before that first set I'd found, or this one. So it's just crazy how, it comes from all this bleeding.
No one you know shot at him or?
Nope.
Jeez.
I never heard anything about it. This is probably about
He's dead
6
now?
years. Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
Long
Never
time.
Found him again.
What a troll.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was cool. 'Cause
It's neat having that many matches though. That's impressive.
yeah, I never, get lucky sometimes finding these, but yeah, this one I got 2 off of this one. I found both of these in the same day.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Look at that webbing.
Inline on that one.
Dude, the color contrasts are so cool up here.
Yeah.
Did you score him?
Yeah, they're right at 2.
I was just say that's 2 hundo all day.
Yeah.
Especially if he lays like you're holding him.
I found this one laying side by side. I was like, sweet. 30 yards on the other side of the hill
No
was
way.
This one.
Same buck?
Dude, that's the same buck. Oh yeah. So then I spent all day, and it was like 500 yards, and I found this one. But
Which is way cooler.
Yeah. But
Dude,
yeah,
that's
same
a
climb.
year old.
This was the year before that one.
No critters get to those. Like
No,
look how those are what we call brownies, and that's not
Yeah.
a brownie. That's a white.
Oh no,
horn.
because this is the fresh. And then
That's the
this is
fresh
next
one.
year. Isn't that crazy?
He grew
I was
a lot.
surprised. Oh yeah, massive wise.
Sure, you can see those bases are
Yeah.
crazy bigger.
Yeah, but I was so surprised he lost all those kids.
Yeah, that's weird. That's the thing. I think a lot of people think deer just always get bigger and they always add, and it's just not the case. Jason Carter was showing me basically like little things like this, where there's these little. He said that's a kicker coming out, and I've never known if that's really what that meant, but he was like very clear, like yeah, he would have had more and more here, and like each year those grow.
Here, this is what's cool. See this buck right here. See, this is a kicker, right? Like you're like, oh, that's an awesome quick kicker with the splits. I found this deadhead of him, but he didn't have the kicker. He lost it.
The top one,
Yeah, if you
no
come back on
question.
that side, if you come back on that side, see the little
Oh, yeah.
knob? So that would, you'd be sitting there saying, man, he's going to grow out a kicker. But he had the kicker when he was young.
Weird.
Gnarly.
Yeah, and he got super heavy. He got the
Yeah.
split eye guard. Again, black horns.
Yeah. I stained it because he was super.
Oh, did you cheater?
Yeah.
That's a stud too.
Yeah, this is my dad's. This is my dad's buck. He drew a super good tag over here in Idaho, both these, and shot those.
That's so badass.
This
Troll.
one, man. This one is super. You don't see it very often where they're matching all
Oh
the way
yeah,
across.
very
And
symmetrical, non-typical.
But we had seen him 3 days, 3 different times, not 3 days, but the last time it snowed, and the old man was like, Bryce, you better start videoing because I'm shooting him. I'm not passing him up this time. Because I wanted him to pass it up because he drew a good tag and I had 200.
He's so low from the front, dude. I mean, I love like.
Yeah, he's super, like, really short time.
He's awesome.
Super short, but this buck was awesome. This was
That's a
a
giant.
shed deadhead.
Oh my gosh.
So we were turkey hunting. My son, I drew a bear tag, and my son, we were on an early turkey hunt, and we came out on some bones. You know how it always is.
Yeah, sure.
Look for some horn, and we'd seen this deer. He was laying down with the skull attached, but I was like, dude, what the heck? And my boy goes, that's an elk. I was like, go down there and pick it up, and he picked it up. And he goes, Dad, it's a huge deer, but this side had shed.
Oh really?
It said it shit, so it died during the time, right? And we were in there. There's no deer in there. We were super high in the snow, So I don't know if he was wounded or what and stayed there. But anyways, so we were like, dude, the horn's here. We
Close.
gotta find it. So we
Especially if he's
found
dead.
where his bed where it was, like where he actually had died and got drugged down into the brush. And
Lion got him.
I don't know.
Something.
Something. But so anyways, we scoured the mountain all the rest of the day. Screw turkey hunting, bear hunting, and I couldn't find it. So I went back 3 different times. The whole next week, I just kept on looking all over. I'd go on the other face and glass the whole mountain trying to find it. I could never find it. So on probably one of my last trips, I was giving up, right? And decided to grid it again. Started gridding it, and a tree had fallen over, and you know how the roots come up and expose a big old hole? That one was laying inside the hole. So face down, like it would just, I don't know if he came up over top and just dropped it, but I mean, we walked by it.
Yeah, you walked by it
But
because it was down. Why would you
the only
think?
the only time that I went in there is because the tree had laid down and I came from the opposite direction. I was like, oh, I don't want to climb on the tree. So I went up and over to get around it and was laying right there. I was like, no way.
So the right horn.
This one.
The
yeah.
you could,
But I was, you envision, I was like, man.
yeah, you're thinking
splits all the way.
220, 215.
Yeah, full of splits. Yeah, he's 213. Yeah, it is right there.
Big old G2 on that one side. Holy
Yeah.
crap. That's a badass.
But this row, I can't take credit. These are all deadheads I found.
So what? They're
This is
cool.
another one on my dad's.
The 3-point?
Shot This one, that was a lion kill, and there was birds all over top of it when I found it.
Dude, they
I
all
think
have
he
this,
was-
they just look mean.
Yeah, these are sheds. I just put on the mountain mics. This is old, super old sheds. Back
You
when-
recolored them well. They look great.
Yeah, they were super old, cracked, and this is a deadhead.
Oh, cool. You get some character out here, man. Look at that sucker.
But yeah, like this one, my old man, but this is what I was telling you this is about my wife, her best.
Oh, right
buck.
on.
And it was a super old deer, man. His head is just monstrous. But this is one of the deer that was right home. There's my boy. He's super young. 5. But so she had shot this buck, and that's when I came back the next day and shot the drop a buck. If we had shot them both in the same tree.
Oh, it would have been epic. Yeah, we just totally said the same thing.
But yeah.
It would have been so
This is my
cool.
boy's best buck. Here you go.
Looks like your wife's. It's almost like they're related. They got really
Yeah.
similar bases.
So yeah.
Big old mature sucker.
Yeah, wife used to hunt, but then the little ones come and
Yeah,
she kind of sat back.
my mom did that. My mom liked it when they were younger, and then just kind of like wasn't a big deal to her. Show me that big foreshed real quick. That top
Oh,
one.
this one? This is my son's. He's so proud of it.
Oh,
Isn't that
jeez.
gnarly? Yeah, he kind of just,
He's pretty badass, dude. That's a big main beam.
it's.
That's like a 200-inch
Yeah,
typical.
Totally.
Look how heavy he is, too.
The awesome thing about this shed was we were glassing a 3-point buck, and it only had one side. And my son's like, "Yeah, there's a shed right beside that deer." I'm like, "Really?" And then looked at it. I was like, "Oh yeah, it looks like a good 4-point." He bailed off the mountain after it and
Bumped the
came
deer.
back, "Dad, it's huge." Like, no way. Let me see. He picked it up like,
Whoa!
It was funny. This is a completely different area, but boy, it looks close to.
I was going to say, it looks like a same. It's not?
Oh, completely different area.
Holy crap.
This is just above Boise foothills.
Dude, you guys get some mass out here.
Yeah.
All right, look at this pile of elk.
Pulled some out.
These old things.
Yeah. This is my Wyoming.
This is the one you posted me a picture of.
Yep.
That is a main beam. Holy crap.
Yeah, that was an awesome.
So why don't you mount more stuff? Just room?
Room, man. Yeah.
You got stuff mounted. You also killed. There's about 40 heads in
I
here.
know. Honestly, I just pulled out the elk. I still have no idea what I'm gonna do with my elk. I really don't.
It's tough, dude. I'm thinking I'm gonna cut all my Euros off and just tie them together like shed sets and just hang them so you can just pull them off and let everyone hold them, Because just on the wall you're gonna run out and you've killed so many big bulls.
This is my wife's bull right here. The year she shot her big buck, she shot this
Double
bull.
down.
Yeah, and she pretty much is done hunting after that. She's funny.
Mic drop.
Yeah.
Walk.
The Idaho bull, same place I shot that bull.
That Wasatch extended hunt, we hunt a bull like this would be a tank.
I hunted that hunt.
Did you? You done it? What'd you
I
think?
The archery hunt was awesome.
Yeah.
It was awesome. I have some awesome video of bulls I called in, like really good bulls, but one bull in particular, he was probably like only a 315, 320 bull, but same thing, had just awesome forks, and he had a weak side just like that one.
Yeah, he's got a big front end on him. He just kind of withers out.
Yeah,
Looks
but
still.
yeah, I ended up not killing anything on that hunt, but I mean, I could have shot a lot of bulls. I was chasing a big bull, but
Is his head as big as it looks? Like
it's huge. Yeah.
it looks like it's.
This is a super big bull. Yeah, this was awesome. Called him in to 25 yards.
Self called him.
No, I had a buddy back
Yeah.
home.
It's tough to do that, man.
Most of these I got killed by myself.
That's cool.
My buddy on this one was cool. He was back. We were having troubles. We called him a lot of elk, but this bull in particular, he wasn't coming in. So I just left him. I said, dude, keep him calling. I'm gonna sneak right in on him. And I said, give me 20 minutes to get set up. Came right in, and I got set up, and he called about perfect time, and bull came in. He only came in 50 yards. I could see him before he called. He came right in.
On a string.
Yeah.
Laser beam.
It's like, oh man, I'm going to shoot. He went down. But it was awesome. It was cool. Arizona bull.
Oh, very cool. Yeah, you see a lot of those with the goofy back ends.
Yeah, super tall and
Got a
narrow.
broken pedicle or something, or just
He's
his
just weird.
broke
Yeah.
off his front.
Broke off this. He is cockeyed because he's just. That's typically what you'd think he was. Normal.
What unit was that?
19.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
It's
so-
pretty rare.
Yeah.
I know where that is too.
Yeah, he was. I'll never hunt it again. They don't have big bulls. Just kidding.
Got some goats over there. Look like little ibex.
Yeah, that was in Hawaii, man.
Oh, right on.
Hawaii, so I go to Hawaii.
Is that? I was gonna ask what race you were.
Yeah, Hawaiian. Yeah.
Oh, nice, man.
So, yeah, we went up there. My cousins all, they go up there and shoot goats.
They look like little ibex, dude. They're
Yeah,
badass.
gnarly. Dude, I'll tell you what. I saw with you and Rocky with the Hawaii, right? It's like, he should have been 100.
I know. I've
But
heard.
that's it, man. They're
That
gnarly.
is awesome.
And you can shoot one a day, every day. One goat, one sheep, and one pig.
It's like drive
Well,
through.
they get so many, they start shooting with helicopters. And
Yeah, they thin them out. They're begging you to kill them.
Yeah. So yeah, this is the pile, man. I still haven't decided what I'm
God,
gonna do.
there's so
Idaho
much
sheds.
carnage.
These are all Idaho sheds.
Holy cow, that's almost ugly. He's so big.
Yeah, 370s.
Jeez.
This
Dude.
is that bull in Colorado that I was saying was 12,000.
Oh yeah, died in the willows.
Yeah, I was just dying. I was dying by myself way in there, and I ran out of water. Like, it was so crazy. I didn't have anything. I was so unprepared. Went in and shot him in the morning, and I hit him bad and waited on him for 6 hours, and then finally picked up the trail, found him that evening right before dark, and had no water like all day. And I was just,
We've all been there, man. Those
know,
are
it's crazy.
they're horrible.
And then anyways, when I got back and I knew what I had the next day, I just cut his head off. And
Out of here. So what's so give me some tips, dude. I mean, I'll be. You got a mule deer collection. What's your secret to success?
Patience, I think. I mean, people always tease me like I wait to the last minute. Like, just, I don't know. It's hard to say patience because my wife says you were not patient at all.
Yeah.
And stuff.
Yeah.
But anyways, like, patience might mean like I don't have to shoot. Like, my drive is I got to see the biggest animal on the mountain. And I'm watching some of your hit list stuff, and it's super cool. These guys that go out early, trail cameras and stuff like that.
They're looking for $1. A lot of them.
In our areas, man, it's not like that. It's like I guess I just go and like, okay, I'm gonna find the best buck on this mountain at this time.
Yeah, today.
Yeah. So I mean, all my stuff that I hunt out of state, I do all right because I've never been there or anything. I'm just exploring, and I hunt it till the end. I hunt it really, and that's what I'm saying, patience.
Yeah. Sticking it out, being very selective.
Yeah, I've passed up bucks that like, dang, I should have shot that dude, but.
That's the price you got to pay, though.
Yeah, I mean,
You gotta be willing to
I don't
walk.
know if you want to call them settling bucks, but it's like a last day buck. Oh, that's my last day buck. Last day buck. I have a lot of last day buck. My wife, she always is mad. Like, I know when you say you're gone for 10 days, you ain't coming back for 10 days.
You're using up that PT.
So, I mean, that's where I'm getting at, like, patience-wise. I think, and just the same thing that everybody else says. Just drive, right? Drive.
Are you hunting? Do you hunt real rugged country, or is it
yeah.
okay?
Yeah, yeah, I hunt as far as I can to the means that I can, like meaning like, I mean, I'm above everybody else and that type of stuff.
I believe
There's
it.
always people in there, but I mean, I feel like when I'm out there hunting, like I don't care if there's people all over. I don't know if it's just, I guess I just have I don't worry if somebody else is going to shoot something or I feel like I'm going to spot this deer before anybody else spots it.
Yeah.
I don't know how to explain it.
No, 100%. It doesn't shake you because you don't feel like they're going to affect your outcome either way.
For sure.
What's your rifle and bow setup? Do you have them in here? Or?
Yeah, I shoot a Matthews. It's underneath here.
What's a Matthews?
Yeah, best one ever. The story to that why I shoot a Matthews is because
You're the only one I've ever. I'm just kidding. I used to shoot a Matthews.
because dude, I rolled my 4-wheeler one time and they no questions asked. I was on a hunt in Idaho and they're like, okay, what do you need?
Oh yeah,
Weight,
Z7.
Everything. Yep, Z7.
Super light, man.
Yeah. So this isn't the bow, but he gave me new cams, bolt cams, limbs, everything. FedEx me the next day, put it together, and I was gone the next day.
Nice, dude.
Boom. So
How
I was
many
out.
pins is this? A 7?
Yeah.
That
This
works
is
for
a
you.
black gold, yeah.
Is it a slider or is it just
Nope,
sync?
just
Wow.
yeah.
So what's your system? Are they? Just break it down
This
for
is,
us.
I actually just have this I can shoot both. It's like a 25. Then I go to 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90.
So how do you have a color coding or anything?
Nope. Just better hope you're right.
Jeez, that's a lot of pins. I had some systems when I used a slider with the big 7, but I had to thin it down. I just can't focus.
Yeah, you know, I've been lucky. I haven't had that where I've misjudged something. I mean, you know, I kind of laugh like watching yours and Rocky's video about her muzzleloader freaking out, right?
Oh, I was
That's totally
freaking out.
me.
Yeah, she was calm.
I am not a great shot, and I'll be the first to admit it and everything. I don't know. I get huge, crazy buck fever, you know. So I know when that's kind of seems dumb, but like how like you shouldn't have this many pins, but it works, man. I'm so used to it now. Like
I was gonna say.
I range everything. Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
And I range everything, and I know what I got. I take my time. I guess I've shot it long enough and realized, you know, if I'm going to shoot it at 60 yards, what pin it is. You know, I'll go through my mental picture of everything I need. Okay, that's it.
Dude, I'll admit, man, like guys that stick with a bow and don't get the new bow that comes out every 6 months, they're lethal because you, like you said, you just learn your bow, you learn the feel.
Yeah, I don't chase too much, man. I'll upgrade soon. I usually upgrade 4 or 5 years just because I hammer my bows. So
Oh yeah,
much.
I could see it's all just the limbs are all just whited out.
So
That's
yeah,
cool.
I hammer them and then I'll go to the next one. But now I have my son; he'll get this bow, and then I'll go to the next, right? So
What's your rifle
The
setup?
funny thing is, I have a Remington XCR, and it's just
Oh, nice.
an old 700 model, you know, and just a Leopold scope on it. It's a Boone and Crockett reticle, and I've shot that forever.
Does it have a turret?
No.
Hold over, huh?
It's just the Boone and Crockett reticle.
Yeah,
It has
the
two-
stat. Yeah.
So that's what I've shot forever. And
It's gotten
but
it
the
done.
funny thing is, I got a Browning X-Bolt long range hunter this year, early in the year, and I didn't even set it up. I have a Leopold Mark IV on it, just with turrets and everything.
Gorgeous,
Like,
yeah.
like, oh yeah, this
That's
would
a
be
Shogun.
sweet. And then I was like,
It's too much work. My other gun works.
yeah, exactly.
It's that one you don't even need to sight in. It just dialed.
Yeah, deadly, man. Like
Confidence is
basically-
king, dude.
Oh yeah. So yeah, I feel anything 500 and under. It's like I said, I'm not a good shot, but like with that gun, I feel good. You know, I know if I'm gonna lay my crosshairs, I'm gonna.
Do you spend a lot of off season practicing with your rifle, shooting
You know
rocks?
what's funny? I don't.
No, it's okay, dude. Like
Yeah,
I like that you're honest about it.
Yeah, you know, it's funny that people like do all this stuff. I shoot Remington core locks. Dude, I'm
No
like,
way! Don't they explode when you hit stuff?
Yeah, they explode in the deer.
Yeah, I guess I just shot one in the neck one time and it
Oh, really?
hamburgered him, and I'm like, I need to start shooting
Oh,
a
really?
bonded
No,
bullet.
Yeah, no.
Core locks are awesome, and
I really
been around.
I really am like one of those guys that don't tinker too much, and I just shoot the typical.
Just keep it simple.
Yeah, I do.
Very
But like I
cool.
said, I'll set up my gun one of these days, and I'm getting up there old enough now that you know it's just like I just don't want to follow the craze as much as.
Yeah, the long range, and I've fallen into it. It's kind of a phenomenon, but I'll admit right now, a lot of my critters I wouldn't have gotten if I didn't have that dope on top, you know. Because especially antelope, you know, if you could see them, you can kill them usually when you have a good gun. But
Yeah. No, for sure.
there's a lot of guys that'll argue that takes a lot of the hunt out of the hunt
I
too.
mean, I've had chances like I wish I could have had a long range rifle, and I've seen wolves, you know, like.
Oh, I want a wolf so
me
bad.
Too. But it's like I gotta get close, and you can't once you see a man. I mean, I haven't figured it out.
Rocky and I keep thinking we're just going to buy over-the-counter wolf tags and just come up here, and I'm like, honey, it just doesn't happen like
You know,
that.
and Idaho's awesome. You can shoot anything lesser, right? So you get
Yeah.
a deer tag, right? And then you're like, oh, I see
Hunt
a
wolves and
wolf.
bears, right? Bear
Yeah,
too.
Exactly.
And then go grab another deer. So if you shoot a wolf with your deer tag, can you get another deer tag and then another deer tag
As long as there's non-resident tags
left over?
Yeah. They have
Cool
to-
state.
It's awesome. Well,
I've
that's
never
why
applied
I'm
here.
Super lucky to hunt 2 deer a year, but
Do you? How many years do you get two? Would you say most of the time?
I get it every time.
That's awesome.
I get it out.
That's the trick, guys.
But the funny thing
Lots of tags.
is I get it before because I was always, when it first came out, I was worried about them selling out. So I got them before, and one year I didn't get either one.
Oh no, you ate two
Yeah, I ate
tags?
two tags.
So you could buy them at the same time. That's
Oh, yeah,
cool.
Yeah, because you have to be careful, right? If they run out, and then you don't get any.
Do you think that's gonna come to an end, or is that
This year is going to be
because of the non-residents, right?
for sure. Well, not only that, just the winter. So
Oh yeah, they got smushed. Utah, they can't even. They shut down shed hunting.
yeah, I saw that.
Are you gonna? Do you think they'll do it here?
Idaho's so behind. I don't think they do that. I've never heard of a shed season
Ban or anything like that?
So I really wish they would because it's nasty. I mean, I shed hunt too, but I never go. I don't watch deer.
No.
I just start
Spring.
trying
Oh
to
look,
get
the
a
snow's
seat.
melting. Let's
Yeah,
go.
exactly.
Yeah.
Trying to
What
get
day
a
is
seat
it?
to
Who
start.
cares? That's awesome.
But, yeah, for sure.
Great conversation, man. Again, this is one impressive stack. I got to be honest with you, dude. I got my two favorites are this bull right here, just is epic, and then I like that dropper buck. That thing is so badass.
Yeah, I like those guys too.
Very impressive. Make sure you give me your pictures, and then do you even have an Instagram? Oh, you do have Instagram.
I do. Yeah, I just started it.
I'll share that. I'll get you some love. So thanks again, man. Appreciate it.
Yeah, brother. Thanks for coming out. It's nice to meet you.
That was good, dude.
Yes, sir. Red and meth in the building.